All right, this is the last day of the studio. Bittersweet. I know, the last day. It's time to say goodbye, guys. There's the morning mess. Bye, buddy.
Bye, pal.
See you tomorrow. We're leaving the building, but we're still together. We're just moving. It's bittersweet in this building, man. I mean, I met Sienna here. So many good times in this building. Bye to Live 115, downtown Phoenix. So many memories. Just reflecting back. Over 11 years here of this building. Crazy. Also, a little bit later on this episode of Rollin With Rodriguez, we're going to speak to one of my former co-hosts of The Morning Mess, because that was a big question when I moved back from Chicago, moved back to Phoenix, here to Live 1015.
What happened to the rest of The Morning Mess?
Special guests. We're going to reflect back on this episode of Chicago. Radio in Chicago. I mean, my kids. I took Cruz and Gia with me to Chicago. I want to reflect with them. What were their
Favorite things about Chicago?
I pulled them back to Chicago to bring them back to Phoenix. And then at the end, again, special guests from the old Morning Mess. What happened to us? And why did they stay in Chicago? All right, Rollin With Rodriguez. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, share, and click on that notification. Cha-ching! Rollin With Rodriguez. Let's get it. Let's talk about Chicago, y'all.
So this is a jacket I used to wear in Chicago because like it's
Freezing there.
Daddy, can we stay here for a little?
Okay, I'm freezing, but
You can sit down.
I can sit down in the snow. Okay.
One time there was a
Tornado watch.
but it didn't quite happen. But still, it was really scary for me and Cruz. So when I went to Chicago, I was in kindergarten.
Hi, Mom. Woo, it's raining. You huggy.
And then I made great friends like Matthew, Lillian. Hi guys. So I remember we used to go to 3 parks. Four or five. One was called the Oz Park, short for the Wizard of Oz. And the second one, and we would go there, and there was a big like hill, and then it would snow, so then it would be like slippery. I would slide down it.
Oh.
It would be so fun. And then the third one was a zoo park. It was really fun because like fun swings, like one was like a spiderweb swing. If I had a chance to move to Chicago, I would need 130 pennies. Everywhere. Set! Okay, when we first moved to Chicago, I had to adapt a little, and I still have my Arizona clothes, so...
Kind of windy today in the Windy City. Don't let that umbrella fly away.
When we signed up for flag football, I got to my game and it was snowing with snow flurries. All my teammates had joggers, not a single one had shorts. Guess who that person who had shorts was?
Get across, get across. Nice defense.
Me. Yeah, it was me.
And everyone was like, Cruz, how are you wearing shorts? And
My legs were like, they felt so stiff.
but I adapted quick. No one can match. We even got to see the iconic bean in Millennium Park.
You don't see the bean?
No.
Gia, you see the bean? That's the bean.
Oh.
You see it?
That?
Yep.
There's also a bunch of parks, like backside.
Yeah. Hey.
There's like 6 or 5. Or 6, 7. And there's even one like, it's like they help boats and stuff. And you'll climb all the way to the top. You go down like a big slide, like one of the biggest slides I've ever gone down. And then their main park was
Massive. Like,
And there's even like obstacle courses.
If you're not a big brother like that, you're not doing it right. My man Cruz. He's the best. I'm trying to tell y'all. Cruz is the best. I aspire.
Oh, I remember this one. It took a long time to get up there. You'd have to get all the way up to the big silver slide. And it was closed for most of the time for some reason, but when we did go on it, that was like the main thing we do. Like we kept going on it and going on it and going on it. And one of my favorite memories, my top memories in Chicago, is when we went to a Bulls and Pelicans game. and one of the Pelicans players was looking in my direction. I don't know why. I wait, and then he waved back, and I was like, oh. And also, right when we walked in, there was a big Michael Jordan statue, and then we took a picture with it, and there was a iconic Jordan logo where he goes like, they have to pay me over $1,000 to move back because it's cold and very expensive.
So while my parents lived in Chicago for their 1 year, I was actually here out in Arizona, finishing up my senior year of high school and working. One of my favorite things about visiting Chicago was obviously baseball. I would always go during baseball season, so I did go for, I believe, a White Sox game and a Cubs game, and I think one of my favorite stadium was definitely visiting Wrigley for the history of it. That time I visited with my friend Caden and my girlfriend Sophie, so I got to take obviously everyone there that I love in my life, and I got to spend time with my family as well. So I think that was one of my favorite moments, was going to Wrigley and White Sox. Then I would say my next favorite thing was the food. Going to Chinatown in Chicago was...
You better eat that up, boy. You better eat that up. Yeah, buddy. We going to town. How you like it, Bruce? So good? Mama? So good? Mm-hmm. Zion Dynasty. Best Asian food I've had.
Definitely up there as well. Great Chinese food. They even had a couple of Chinese shops I like to go in. And alongside with that, going into downtown, this place called Al Cheval was...
JoJo's not ready. I'm not ready for this Al Cheval, bro.
My favorite places fill you up with burgers, fries, nice egg in the burger. With Chicago, I also did really love visiting there. Especially during the summertime, because that was the best weather. Yeah, and the last thing I did like about Chicago was the lake. Going to the lake during a nice hot day, get the 80s, 90s degrees out there, and then playing with my siblings, of course. Living there, I don't know if I would live in Chicago, because of when it does hit that winter time, I couldn't handle the cold. But visiting, I think Chicago is one of the best cities to visit for sure.
Okay, home sweet home. I am back home. I love being home. But the babies had texted me and said they have a surprise for me. I have no idea what it could be. I'm gonna jump inside, use the restroom real quick, and see what my babies have in store for Daddy's surprise.
We have a surprise for you. You know how you're scared of driverless cars? Well, look outside.
Oh, jeez. I don't really want to go.
Does anybody else see the just...
How this doesn't make sense, how there's no driver for this thing?
Jojo, remember, I pay all the bills.
And I noticed Jojo's not with us. Does he know something that we don't? He ordered it, but not... Okay. All right, Joe. Okay. I like the dash.
This is what all the cars are going to be like in the future.
So, what do you think?
I don't. We have a car. We have a perfectly good car.
Let's start the ride, guys.
Oh. Does anyone else see that? There's no one driving. There's no one driving this vehicle. Oh, now you're scared.
Yeah, I feel like there's a ghost right now.
Again, Jojo, I will repay you. I will get you back. I will get you back for this one.
I'd rather drive. Or there's, take it old school, get a taxi, there's Uber, there's Lyft.
And I hope no one sees me.
I'm driving this thing because I've told all my friends and everyone that I would never get in one of these.
Better hope no one sees you.
Dog jumps out. Does this thing know to curb?
What happens when you get nervous then?
You know what anxiety is?
Keep on trying.
More than a song.
Anxiety is, my palms get sweaty, get a little nervous. I feel like I can't breathe, I gotta go for a walk. Is it going a little faster than it should be?
I think it's a 25 zone.
What if the Waymo is going too fast and then a cop pulled us over?
I said lock the car up. And then lock them up for setting me up.
Press charges.
This is called dad napping.
What's dad napping?
That's like kidnapping, but for dads. It's like you robbed a bank, right? There's no one that comes up with the idea, and there's the guy with the getaway car. Jojo's the one with the getaway car. He's gonna get charged, but if it's your plan, you get locked up. You and your sister.
I guess we're here.
So here is where did you guys put the destination to?
Actually a secret.
It's not a secret. I need to know.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Wait. It's not Christmas.
$100, we can buy our own bathing suit! At our favorite store?
Stop!
While we're here, let's have some fun.
I know I said a couple of swimsuits. The cruise is pretty good at it. Gia got a whole damn new wardrobe. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little nervous with this.
Oh, Dad, you don't have to be nervous. I got a great idea.
Yeah.
We should do car karaoke. If you want, and you know the song, you could join me. Cause the player's gonna play. And the hater's gonna hate.
Hey.
Baby, I'm just gonna shake. Shake it off. Hey, Roman numeral 7, baby, drop it like it's hot. If this world was mine, I'd take your dreams and make them multiply. And it's gonna pop in on love. And the day's coming for sure. Okay, that's my song.
You're not done. My turn. What can I say? Can't you see? Somehow your words just hypnotize me. And I just love your flashy ways.
Biggie.
Raising my kids on Biggie. Hey man, I'm feeling a lot better. On this driverless car thing here. Do we know where we're going, by the way?
Home.
We're going home.
Joey, boy!
What's up, dude?
Hello.
It's so good seeing you, man. It's been way too long. You know, on Instagram, people like ask away.
Yeah.
Two biggest asks I get: what happened to your marriage and what happened to the show, The Morning Mess. But the last Morning Mess, we were real popular because we worked so many years. I mean, me and Anish worked 8-9 years together.
Damn.
And then me, you, and Gina, you were part of the show for 4 or 5 years.
I think 4 or 5.
4 or 5 years. So obviously we were a very successful show. That's why we got the calls LA and Chicago and blah, blah, blah. So the big question, what happened to the show?
What happened to the show?
Very blanket statement, because I have my take after kind of looking at it, looking at my life, looking at my last relationship, my relationships with people with the show, and I've assessed it to move on. You know what I mean? So like, oh, what happened to the show? So when I get that question, I know I'm gonna get it for years to come, because I still get what happened to the nuts? I'm like, Jesus, that was like 15 years ago. Let's move on.
They got a vasectomy. Anyway,
Yeah.
like, that's what happened.
Yeah. In your opinion?
In my opinion, I think we got to a point where everybody was like really unhappy in different ways about different things. And I think nobody was willing to have a conversation about it out loud.
Right.
Because I think everyone was at a point where they didn't think that a conversation would fix anything. And it seemed like for some of the members, they would have rather gotten out, but they didn't know how. You know?
Yeah.
Like, and I think it was so many underlying issues that were just never talked about that eventually like imploded, but not in an explosive way.
Right.
Because we never yelled at, like we never ever once were like, fuck you, Joey.
Yeah.
I can't believe you would do that to, like, we never had that.
A lot of crying.
Yeah.
Emotional, but never yelling or disrespecting one another.
Yeah, so I think it was just, we had a lot of issues that we never talked about. And it was,
this day.
To this day. And it was always just like water under the bridge.
Yeah.
And until it just got like worse and worse and worse. And then now it's just like nobody even works with each other anymore.
Yeah. I think when the whole thing, Joey's out, I was like, I'll quit radio. I'm just mentally, I can't do this anymore. I need to get out of here. So I didn't even care if I had a gig. They're like, well, we're not letting you go. Like,
You were like, oh man.
I was like, damn it, pay me out.
Yeah.
And when I came back, and they're like, we feel like Carla would come back. It's gonna come back. I was like, oh, I don't know. I think they're all in love with Chicago. I just mentally can't be here. If I would have said Carla wants back, she's gonna be back on my show, I'm not gonna do it, they would have put you on. But no, I think they thought you were gonna come back. Gina loved Chicago as well. She was thriving, and she found her new friends and her vibe there. So they didn't think, and she was vocal about she would never was out of Phoenix. So I got that. I think there was always like, maybe Carla would come. I was a maybe Carla wants to come back. So your name was always a possibility because they felt like the other two loved Chicago, they didn't want to come back. But when you didn't want to come, I was like, damn. At that point, like, damn, not you either. I'm like, okay. And I knew what was going to happen.
I knew that the trio that we had probably wasn't gonna work out. I didn't know it was gonna shake out the way that it did. I guess we'll explain it. So you left in like July or June. And you came back, you had launched your new show by what, September?
Literally like a month later.
Yeah, quick. We were told that we were going to find like basically your replacement.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, good luck. And so we only auditioned 2 people. And the first one didn't work. And the second one is my current co-host. And so we auditioned them pretty fast. So we were alone with basically Anish leading. December came along, and I was trying to hear rumors. And I remember I was like, okay, so we're all getting the boot. Then randomly one day in January, Anish was supposed to have like his one-on-one, I think, with our boss. And then he didn't come back. And then I get called into the office. And I was like, oh, today's the day.
Oh, you knew it? I don't even know this story.
I was like, oh, I guess today's the day. And so our boss was like, I'm gonna start explaining stuff to you, but just know that at the end, it's not a negative thing for you. And I said, okay.
So at that point, they're keeping me on.
No, I don't know what is going on yet. I just know that it's probably not great. And so she had let me know that they had just let Nishi go, and that they had just moved Gina from mornings to middays.
Oh, you got the game plan, what was going on.
And I was like, oh, and she was like, and we would like to give you your own show with a new co-host. And I was like, oh. I went from being in a room with 4 people where era pura argüende, we were just like, all the time. Did y'all know? Like, it was like a constant freaking soundboard at all times. It was. And now it's like, well, good morning. I'm not saying it's better or worse. It's just different.
It's different.
But I would love to be a part of a 4-person show at some point again, or a big show.
I remember the first time I met you, and I called the promotions director. You're on the promotions team here. Like, who's the little Mexican girl you put me with at this gym grand opening? He's like, was she messing up? I'm like, no, there's something about her. And I think at that point, I was looking for someone for the show. And then you gave me that tape that night. I was like, send me some. You sent me that night. I'm like, I rock with this girl, because you don't see that. When Anish came in for audition, I just knew like, oh, this guy's hilarious. He's different.
Yeah.
We didn't say, hey, we're looking for an openly gay Middle Eastern man with crazy handlebar mustache and sideburn. We didn't know. When I met him, like, this is the guy. And he was just so funny, and his comedic timing, and he has a big heart. And just like any relationship, I think he found his way, I found my way. And
I think he needed to step away.
I think he did, yeah.
Do you think you'll retire in Phoenix?
I think so.
Yeah?
This is home. Because I'm glad I did Chicago, because it made me realize how much I love Phoenix. But I've done Houston, I've done LA, I've done Chicago, I've done Ventura, I've done San Francisco. It's just, for me personally, my personal decision, you can't put a price on quality of life. My quality of life here, I get invited to floor seats to Suns games, and you want to sit in our suite Cardinal game, and you want to go to this opening of a restaurant, and because I spent so much time and energy on my brand for 23 years, why the hell would I try to recreate that somewhere? I don't have that much time to live on this earth to try to recoup that brand that I built here. So I'm happy, I'm content. The listeners love me, I love them right back. I can't go a day without going out. Someone says, I love your show, my kid loves your show. What happened to this person? I love this person. You made me laugh. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel purpose. I have purpose to make people smile and laugh, and people grew up with me. I don't think so. It'll have to be a huge, huge freaking bag. Huge bag. Life-changing. And radio just doesn't do that, let's be honest.
They don't do that anymore.
So I'm happy here. I want to run it. I got friends in the industry, from Big Boy to LA who runs it, to Angie Martinez, New York, to DJ Laz, Miami, just different people, Mojo in Detroit. I want to be that person in Phoenix. Like, Joe, you go top into Phoenix, Joey Boy runs Phoenix, because I'm happy here.
Yeah.
I want to be where I'm welcomed and then where people want to rock with me, so that's Phoenix, so. Well, you know I absolutely love you, Mama. So good seeing you again.
No, I love you too. Thank you
right.
for letting me sit in my old chair.
I know.
You guys can follow me on socials if you would like. At It's Spot Carla. Only the nice ones though. The rest of y'all can go.
Now we're gonna add our kataki. Make sure to add all of it so it'll be nice and crispy. And we got some pistachio crumble.
Alright guys, we're here at the station and they just told us that the upstairs is haunted.
We had to come and document it for ourselves and see if the rumors are true. This is the second floor. The action happens on the third floor.
Well, see, already, bro. Already. Alright. Carla came to town, so we're giving a last.
Bro, we need to do a video shoot in here.
The last tour.
Did you hear that? I already heard some. Third floor of the old building is haunted. We all know that. They even had see, if you go, this is where everything happened. Right here. You go down here. You can even just look at it.
Go on, Maria.
You go first.
Let's all go run. Let's all run on 3.
Okay.
I can't.
Ready?
Okay.
Wait, hold on. We all have to run. You're going to be left behind if you don't run.
Yeah.
Then I'll go back downstairs.
All right, let's go. Let's leave them.
Okay.
Yeah, bro.
I got the
Because that's real. That was real. That was
Did you hear that? I'm telling you. No.
Nope. Nope, that's too real. Okay. And that's what I'm out.
I said if you're quiet, you can hear stuff move. That's empty. It's completely empty.
Nope. This place is haunted. Try to tell y'all. And that's why we're moving. Right? Carlos, so good seeing you.
So good seeing you.
I'm glad you experienced that with me. Oh, God.
Bye guys.